rehabbing it and making it useful again? Is that what you're saying you're doing?
On the industrial side? On the industrial side, it varies, right? So we could come in with a new process, and I could design software and have the contacts in town to handle anything electrical. I'm actually really good friends with the president of the local here in town, and have panel building contacts and stuff like that. If you have an older piece of equipment and you have something that's not working, so direct maintenance, I can come in and work with that. If you have a defined improvement that you want to make, functional spec, that's something that we can handle as well. I say we, I'm thinking of my future staff that I don't have yet. But, yeah.
Do you work with QAD?
Never heard of it.
It's an ERP for smaller businesses.
Okay.
And what language do you need programmers to program in?
Well, so I should have brought this list. Really, the stuff that I've done recently is just strict. It's VBA. There's a ton of tools out there, and the thing is, most of the projects that I've done with small businesses, they've been small. You know, so 20 hours here, 10 hours there. I know there are other tools out there. I'm curious on what a seat costs for QAT. Do you know what the price will be?
I don't know.
Okay.
Their prices vary. They are, you can scale.
Right.
And it's QAD.
QAT. Okay. I was wrong.
So what's the difference between what you offer and a basic macro in Excel? Or do you add to what the macro does?
So from a macro perspective, right, one of the powerful tools that Excel has, and a lot of business owners don't know about, is you can literally hit the record button, do a bunch of operations, and then hit stop record, and you have yourself a macro. And actually, when I'm doing Visual Basic scripting, that macro that they've already created or I created for them is sitting right next to my function that I just wrote in the code. So one of the big keys, I think, is like my customer that's a fabrication shop over in Elkhart. Brilliant guy, but he doesn't make his money doing tools, and he could take his time and do that, or he could employ someone else that's their specialty. You know what I'm saying? So one of the selling points is they can go through the pain. There's a lot of intelligent people out there running businesses that could figure it out, but they don't make their money that way. So one of the selling points is if you're growing, say you're $500,000 a year, you go to $1 million a year, or whatever in revenue, you're outgrowing your internal processes. You don't want to pay the price for a big tool to just overlay your entire company. I can come in and augment some of the tools you have already to just make it faster, better, smarter. Yeah.
Now, you mentioned you wanted to grow and have employees that could service these companies better. So what's your biggest challenge to doing that? Is it finding the people, or is it finding the time?
It's a really good question. One of them is it's a highly visible. One of the concerns I have is it's really a high visibility type market, right? So you're in there, that person will be in there with the customer. One of the concerns is a person that I just brought on as a contractor employee. Are they going to try and run off with this employee and try and get their own business? So it's like, will they fly under Equip colors? Another one is because you really got to marry like heavy tech with people skills, and heavy technical people. And I've been that guy, where I'm so involved in the technical stuff that I get as cold to people as I am to my project, right? And I pull out of that and I start being more people oriented and I'm less technical, So finding somebody that has a nice balance between the two skill sets. That's really what I'm looking for. So I haven't really looked yet, but I've got my feelers in. So, yeah.
So let's say I'm a small business owner who has built my own thing in Excel, and I'm coming to you to automate it better because it's taking me 10 hours a week. What's the biggest challenge that you face when you're dealing with new customers that they don't understand
You know, a lot of times when we become experts on whatever our process is, we take for granted what the guy next to you doesn't know. So you know, having the business owner have the patience for my learning process, you know, as I get to know his business need and his environment, and then being able to duplicate it in code. I mean, that's I mean, I don't have a problem with the code side. It's more getting an understanding of what the customer wants. And that's one of the biggest challenges.
Your biggest time consumer is trying to re-engineer tribal knowledge and implement it automatically.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good way to put it.
Gotcha.
So what can the community do for you?
Do you know any software guys? You know, and at this point, I can't pull anybody on full time, so they would have to have some side source income. You know what I'm saying? And then as I find jobs and grow, I'll be able to take on people more full time.
What languages?
So I'd be willing to work with folks. You know, you talk about Python. I've been around a lot of Python guys lately for some reason. I don't program it personally, but apparently it's a pretty awesome tool. But I mean, really, to kind of continue doing what I'm doing along the lines of just being able to augment like the small business spreadsheets, somebody who's familiar with VBA, somebody that's familiar with Microsoft Access, you know. In the business automation side, in the industrial side, it would be somebody who controls engineering skill sets, ladder logic, PLC stuff.
Any more questions? All right. Big hand.